Let me speak plainly, because sometimes that's the only way the truth can walk right into a broken heart and settle there. See, one of the greatest tragedies we face isn't just what happens to us. It's how the world misreads the aftermath. When someone retreats from the crowd, when their smile dims and their words grow scarce, folks are quick to label it antisocial, cold, distant. But Lord, they're not running from love. They're running from the place where love turned into a trap. After walking through the wilderness of narcissistic abuse, where every "I love you" carried a hook and every tender gesture was followed by a cut, connection starts to feel like a battlefield. What once was laughter now echoes like pressure. Conversations feel like performances, not communion. It's not that they stopped caring, it's that their soul got scorched by hands that said, "I care," and then crushed them anyway. And trust. Trust doesn't just slip away quietly. No, it's ripped out piece by piece until the heart starts asking, are they genuine, or are they just wearing kindness like a costume? The narcissist trains the soul to doubt what's pure, to brace for betrayal, to see every soft moment as a setup. And I'll tell you, that's not paranoia. It's survival. The brain rewires itself to protect the heart, to keep it breathing. So it builds walls. Not fences, walls. And those walls shout, "Stay back. I can't be broken again." But here's the catch. Those same walls that guard also isolate. They whisper lies like, "You're safer alone," until the lie feels like truth and loneliness becomes the only friend they trust. But grace still knocks. Healing doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it enters quiet. Sometimes it looks like one soul who isn't trying to fix, impress, or analyze. Just witness. Just be there. One who sees past the scars and says, "I'm not afraid of your story." And oh yes, those souls exist. They now lean in. Because this is where it gets tender. Judgment. If you've ever been made to feel like your existence was a mistake, like your thoughts were too much, your feelings too loud, then you know what it's like to walk into a room and feel like the lights are too bright, like every glance is a threat. The narcissist weaves shame into the very air, makes you flinch at attention, makes you afraid of being seen. So when someone looks at them kindly, they wait for the twist. When someone listens with warmth, they brace for the blow. Kindness itself starts to feel like a trap. But here's the truth they need to hear. People aren't watching with judgment in their eyes. They're watching with their own wounds. And maybe, just maybe, the thing that heals isn't pretending to be fine, it's showing up anyway, imperfect, shaky, but real. Don't get me started on overstimulation, because we rarely talk about it with the respect it deserves. And you ever seen someone at a party looking like their body's there but their spirit is on high alert? That's not rudeness. That's a nervous system that's been pushed past the breaking point. The narcissist may be gone, but their echo lingers in the body. The heart still pounds, the brain still scans for danger, the soul still flinches at joy because joy was the bait. Every sound feels loud, every smile feels sharp, every moment costs energy. And when they leave early, it's not because they don't like you. It's because they're trying to survive the noise of a world that once called their pain too sensitive. And, let's touch the overlooked one. Small talk. To the one who's been shattered and rebuilt from the rubble, small talk feels like asking a drowning person what they think about the weather. It's not that they're rude. It's not that they don't care. It's that they've seen too much. They've stood in the storm of self-doubt and asked, "Who am I, really?" They've tasted the hollow sweetness of shallow words, and now their soul's craving depth. They want to talk about truth, pain, faith, redemption, the kind of conversations that aren't afraid to sit in silence or shake hands with sorrow. So if they seem quiet when the chatter's light, it's not distance. It's hunger. Hunger for something real. And now, perhaps the heaviest stone, the feeling of not belonging. Of standing in a room full of joy and feeling like a ghost. Not because they're bitter. Not because they're shy. But because betrayal rewired their reality. Gaslighting made them question their sanity. And the world feels like it kept spinning while they were still trying to find the floor. But listen to me. If that's where someone is right now, if they're caught between wanting connection and fearing it, they're not broken. They're healing. And healing is holy ground. Let me tell you something straight from the gut. From the spirit. When someone's been scorched by the fire of manipulation, gaslit until they doubt their own name, kindness doesn't feel like kindness anymore. It feels like a setup, a test, a trap. Not because they're ungrateful. No, it's because pain reshaped the way they see the world. It taught them that even gentle hands can strike, and even soft words can slice. So they flinch, not out of pride, but out of memory. And when it comes time to speak their truth, let to pull their story from the deep places, there's a fear it'll ruin the moment, poison the mood, make others shift in their seats. But friend, they hear this loud and clear: you belong. Even if it feels like you're wandering through your own life like a stranger in a borrowed body. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've walked through fire and lived to tell about it. It means your soul has roots deeper than most can imagine. The narcissist drained you dry. They didn't take everything all at once. No, they chipped away. Word by word, glance by glance, until even the silence carried weight. So now you protect your peace like it's holy. Because it is. That's not selfish. That's sacred. That's growth. You start saying, no thanks, to small talk that rings hollow. You say, not this time, when the room demands more than your soul can give. And that's not bitterness. It's discernment. It's finally understanding that not every table deserves your presence. Not every voice deserves access to your spirit. That's not distance. It's dignity. But guilt, oh, guilt is a ghost that lingers long after the narcissist is gone. It whispers things like, don't be too much, don't take up space, don't be inconvenient. And so you shrink. You apologize for simply existing. You dim your light so others feel more comfortable in your presence. But let me say it plainly: you are not too much. You are not a burden. You don't need to earn your place in the room. You are the reason the room feels fuller. Now here's where it stings. The people who watched your storm and said nothing. The ones who sided with the narcissist's lies because the truth was too heavy to carry. That silence, it wounds deeper than words. So you step back. Not out of anger, but out of exhaustion. Because bleeding for people who won't acknowledge the wound, that's not love. That's martyrdom. But the right ones, they're coming. The ones who sit in your silence without trying to fill it. Who hear your pain without changing the subject. They won't demand performance. They'll just ask for presence. And in the meantime, solitude can feel like home. Predictable, quiet, safe. The mirror doesn't gaslight you. The silence doesn't twist your truth. You wear independence like armor. Not because you don't want love, but because love was once a weapon. But be careful. Armor can become a prison. Healing doesn't ask you to leap back into noise. It invites you to trust again slowly, one step, one cell, one sacred yes at a time. And then there's the shadow that haunts so many: depression. It's sneaky. It whispers lies that sound like truth. You're alone. Nobody cares. Stay quiet. And sometimes believing that lie feels easier than fighting it. Because faking joy in a room that doesn't know you're breaking, that's exhausting. So you retreat. Not to vanish, but to breathe. You choose stillness, not because you're weak, but because pretending is just too loud. But listen to me, the opposite of depression isn't a smile, it's connection. Real connection. Soul to soul. The kind that reminds you you're still here. You're still seen. You're still loved. And if you're reading this, if you're still trying, still breathing, you're already walking a road many never find. That's strength. That's resilience. That's fire beneath your feet. Saying no to the noise isn't wrong. Avoiding shallow gatherings doesn't make you difficult. Guarding your peace, that's your divine right. And to the ones who love someone walking this road, don't rush them. Don't demand answers. Just be there, with quiet presence and open arms. Because when they finally step out of the shadows, they won't be looking for solutions, they'll be looking for safety. Be that. Stay that. Because love, real love, waits.